Welcome back, everybody. This is Dren608 Plays. When I did this stream for Nórë Huinë, this last episode, my mic didn't pick up at all. So you'll see me sitting over here talking, and I ain't saying nothing on the video. So I'm going to dub over what we were doing. I was talking about a little bit about my background here, Drow Half Elf. We went and we looked at the stuff that we've completed and where we need to go next, that kind of stuff. Okay. But he's a Drow half elf. Not sure if it was his mother was the Drow or the husband or the dad was the Drow. I didn't work out the details. Basically, all I know is that as a kid, he ended up being a street urchin. And when that started to fall apart, he found himself at a monastery who took him in, taught him the ways of being a monk. He was thinking of just getting out of the rain and, something to eat, probably for menial labor. And ended up becoming a member of the order and learned the way of the monk and gravitated towards a less reputable member called the Drunken Master, and that's the substyle he learned. And then, as soon as he got done with all of his training and whatever, and they said you can go back out into the world, he got stuck into this place. And then this is me talking about all the things that I've done to try and get. I need to get the spirit of the amulet as well. So I think I'm going to be doing the going to forge the stuff. We have to fight Grym, and then we're going to go get the spirit of the amulet. So this is just me going over all the pieces that I need to do. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not missing out on anything here. This is Shadowheart's things about Shar. And all the stuff we know about Shadowheart. We don't know that much about Astarion, but we learned a little bit. And with Wyll, we have to get his dad, and so on and so forth. And we gotta go save people and run around and do that. I think that's about all. I think I'm just like clicking on these things to get them the little exclamation points off. I know. Halson thinks we're going through the Underdark. We will go into the mountain pass so that we can do the Githyanki crash first, but so now I think we're headed down to do the forge. Yep, I think that's what we're doing. It's me just yakking away again. Probably me telling you some more about the backstory. Okay, here we go. Come on. Come on, Dren, get down the bit. This is I do have a chapter marked on where I was actually doing specific things. So you can jump to those. I'm not gonna guarantee that my my commentary here is gonna match those. I'm going to use the things that I marked in the stream as far as where everything important happened. And then we're going to like, no, I should lead.
Best be on my way.
And you can hear the game in the original one. I hope you can hear it in this one. I'm turning up my volume on my headphones. All right, here we go. We're jumping over. We got to go down here. Taking my sweet time trying to figure out what I'm going to do. And I almost want to speed this up. Come on, move. There we go. So try and figure out where I have to go. There we are. I'm now at the forge officially. We're going to jump over here. Come on, jump. Hey. I am taking my time trying to get to things. Jump over onto the things. Then I needed to... I was trying to make sure I had everybody with the right weapons and what I was going to be. Oh, I did do a little trick. I explained the trick a bit. If you put a main weapon, put like a dagger in your main weapon and the club is a secondary weapon for the club of strength. And then you would have Shadowheart have nothing in her main weapon. And you click on your main weapon and say, with Shadowheart highlighted, and tell her to equip it. It will leave your main weapon as an unarmed attack. And the club will be secondary, so you'll get the strength bonus, but you won't be using the club when you swing. And now I'm moving everybody around. She's going to be doing that. I think I have her go in here. Now, I'm talking about what I think I want to make, because I only have 2 mithril. And I think ultimately, when I talk about, in Gale Goes Forth, I put in a mod that lets me get more mithril. So I could try out all the weapons and all the armors and everything to see what I liked. And the things that I liked the scale mail, the split mail for heavy. Scale mail is medium, and shield is pretty good, and you get a helmet from Grym himself. All of those things help you keep you from getting critical hit. The weapons are nice in that they overcome resistance. Like if it's a slashing weapon, resistance to slashing is ignored. And then I think there's a mace, so that would be the dodging weapon stuff is done. So here we're going to... I think I was trying to find the armor. I'm talking more about the weapons and things that I wasn't really impressed with. Scimitars, slashing as well. Oh, come on. And splint mold. I was looking for the scales, the one I wanted to make first, and I didn't have it in this person's inventory. I believe I have it in someone else's inventory, and I have to go find it. See, I actually was carrying it around, so I give it to Lae'zel. Click back to her, and have her put the medium armor into the mold chamber. So I was talking about what I was thinking, whether I was going to get 2 scale mails, or whether I was going to get a scale and a splint. And there's me talking more about the pros and cons of the various items that you can make here. So that's just me trying to decide if this is really what I want to do, and then I'm like, okay, go ahead, do it. We're going to make that armor for sure. I wasn't really sure about the secondary thing. And then you have to go in here, and you got to give it a mithril, and I, being abundance of caution, I made sure I split it, so I was only picking up 1 piece and dropping it in there. And we inserted it. And then we had to get everybody in the right spots, more or less, I think. Is what I went and did.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes. No time for Danny.
I was trying to remember where everything is when you go down.
Defender of the people. Keeping pace.
So this is me trying to remember where everything is when you go downstairs and getting all the people in the right place.
Blood. No.
And I was like, wait a minute, I'm not sure about this. It's like, I need to be on this side.
Path lies before me. Where am I needed? Ever onward.
I wonder what the next move is. This way.
Indolence breeds madness.
It's like, I think I have everybody where they belong. So then we're going to go activate the hammer. That will take us down a level to the lava. Look, I think this is the right way. And then we have Wyll.
As ever.
Click on the lever. Pull the lever, Crunk. Punches it down. Which makes us go down. And all the pipes and things join together. Then there's a wheel over there. Why is that? So I was kind of lining up Wyll to try and draw Grym when he comes out. And then I think I go open up the lava here, and we're going to see our battle with Grym begin. Which actually has a couple of humorous moments in it. Which you'll see in a moment. I managed to get myself slammed by the hammer because I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, we open that up. All the lava's flowing in. Yeah, something's going on in the background of my computer there. What's my pause here? Alright, we're going to pause recording here. Nope. Okay. So there's Grym. Okay, we're back. And here's where we get into the battle with Grym. And it's like, gotta make sure that he's under the superheated thing. Otherwise you can't damage him. And she doesn't have a really good chance of hitting him. So I decided to try and use some, I think I used this just for extra damage if she did hit. I'm not sure. I know she only has 4 of them. I can't remember what I did here. Oh, come on. I'm not real good at making decisions. And there we go. She missed, but I get tenacity, which gives him some damage. And we swing again. And we did 26, so a grand total of 32. But I couldn't really move her at this point.
Push my luck again.
And so I had myself come over and try and pound him for some damage. I thought about whether I wanted to do intoxicating. It's like, he doesn't really do that, and I wasn't sure I could stun him. So I was like, I think I just wanted to hit him. And I went ahead and used the luck of the farm realms to get the critical in, so that I'm the prime target. And I figured I'd just try and hit him twice with the... So we've got like 78 points off of him. And I think I hit him again for another 18. So we got him down almost a third of his hit points. And then I was like, well, should I take the hit? You know, let him hit me.
Victory awaits.
Or let him hit her. And I couldn't make up my mind.
Nothing will stand in my way.
I decided I'd take the hit. I don't know why I chose me. Or did I decide not to do anything at all?
Talk to me.
She was just going to try to stand away from anything he could do this turn. And I was going to have Wyll.
This is my time.
If I remember right, Wyll couldn't hit him from here. So he was just too far away. He's just too far away, so I moved Wyll up to hit him. To like... If I remember right on the first turn, Grym doesn't actually go anywhere. I tried to hit him. And then he's coming after Wyll as the prime target. I was trying to get him. I'm trying to get him underneath the hammer is the idea. That's the trick to getting him down easily. But on his turn, he doesn't actually. This very first turn, he doesn't really do anything. So you're like, huh? Okay. So we had her try and hit him again. Because she does have that tenacity. She should be able to do it. And we got him down 2/3. She missed, and I had her give her that. And then I had her strike again. And she missed. I went ahead and used this up, I think. Yep. So did the action surge just to try and get another hit in. She missed. That's 3 times she's missed. And then she finally hit. So she hit 1 out of 4 times. And then I let her... I thought about it, and I was like, how do I get her out of this without her getting killed? And I was like, I have 2 Misty Steps. Right? So I just had her Misty Step over here. That took care of that problem. And I don't know why the bar keeps showing up down here on my recording. But hopefully that will make him come towards her.
No holding back.
And I wanted to have him jump over there. I can't remember why.
Can't even catch my breath.
And I did not want to hit him because I think I used disengage here. I think I hit him with this. Then I hit him again. We've got him down to half strength. And then I think I used the disengage. Step of the wind disengage to be able to run away from him and jump away. That was the idea. Come on. Figure it out, Fred. Dren608, figure out what you're supposed to do. So, yeah, he's... I don't know why it keeps popping up the bar at the bottom. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, yeah, I come... I needed to get to there, but I can jump like forever. So it's like I jump over here, disengaged. And then I jumped onto the edge of the spot, yeah, like right here. Because I wanted him to come to the hammer, but I did not want to be the one in the middle of it. And then there's methods that are coming. I thought about leaving, but I thought maybe I should just stay there. And then for some reason I did this, and I was like, what am I doing? But I went ahead and hit him. And then moved him back over here.
No time to waste.
And then jumped him over here. And then I think I have her cast up. I need to turn. Not doing real well there. Turn the map, dude. Because there's going to be mud methods or lava methods showing up, and so she's just kind of the interdiction thing on the lava methods when they show up.
Can't stay idle.
And we hope that this works. Grym does a seismic wrath and just comes walking in here and gets up on the hammer. It goes. And then it's like, oh my god, the lava's not here. So I went ahead and did another disengage. And then I just run over to the wheel, I think.
On my way.
So I ran over to the wheel and then turned on the lava again because I was like, no, 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 you've got to be in lava. It's important that the lava be there. So I couldn't really do anything. And then he looks like he's right underneath the hammer, so we were going to try and pound him with the hammer. I can't remember. I think I have Lae'zel go do that. Because I couldn't get there to do it.
Time to strike.
So we have Lae'zel come over here. And click on the hammer, click on the lever. I didn't figure out why I didn't have enough movement to do this. Didn't make sense. It didn't make any sense to me on why I didn't have enough movement. I don't know where she lost her movement, but so I was a little miffed about that. And so I decided that I was not going to take a chance. I was going to go to Wyll and have him use his Misty Step to put me like right by it. And then click on it. And it did a bunch of damage to him and knocked him prone. And this is where I got confused. Because he says he's prone, but when it took him into prone, he didn't...
I won't give in.
I wasn't able to do any damage to him. Which was odd. Because he should have still been in the lava. You know, it looked like he was sitting in the lava bed, but he was not. I didn't realize it at the time, but he was not prone. So this is me trying to figure out how to do something. And not succeeding.
I am fury. I am death.
So I was like, I don't really have anything that she can do. I didn't want to use that last Misty Step in case I needed it later. She doesn't have any movement, so I don't think I did that. Or did I? Did I? Yeah, I don't think she had any attacks left that I really wanted to use either. So it was kind of like, just wait. He's got 26 left, but I can't. When I did the examine, I didn't. He's prone, but he's not superheated, which doesn't make any sense because he's lying in the lava. He should be superheated, but he's not. And this is what screws me up here for the next couple turns. So it's me not understanding why he's not overheated, or whatever it's called, superheated. So he had to walk through the lava again. And so I think I just let this go. I don't know what I'm... It's like he's in the lava. This is me like, why is he not superheated? He's in the lava. But I couldn't figure it out, so I think I just let it go. And then it was like, okay, we have to have Shadowheart do her thing. I couldn't do anything else here. I had her try and shoot at him, but it wasn't really gonna work. I wasted an ice arrow. Or no, it's a no matter arrow because I didn't want him to heal up. So I couldn't remember if he could heal up or not. But the Arrowville Mouter, even though I didn't do any damage to him, the Arrowville Mouter did take effect on him, so he could not heal himself in any way. Then I healed her up to max. Then I think I go over to Shadowheart here and have her do her walk to the edge of the platform. Is what she has to do. No, what are you doing? Oh, come on, figure it out. I'm having trouble figuring it out. Then I killed that one, and it was like just walk around the edge here. She took those guys out. Then I just had her stand there. And then we went back to the top of the order. And this is where I was confused. I thought he should be superheated now, and he wasn't. So these guys... goes poof, and poof. Then I had him do a counter spell to keep it from casting spell on her. And then it flew over here to get in my way. Now he stands up, but he's not superheated until he walks into the lava again. So he walks over here and, you know, does his quake, which kind of knocks people down. She's going to cast the Spirit Guardians again. Just got rid of that one. This one is actually dead, but the image is still here, so the image didn't despawn. So I was like really confused as to what was going on, and then I think I have her pick up her weapon. But I can't equip it because I took the action to cast a spell. Even though I try, I can't do it. Because I've already taken my action. Equipping a weapon is actually an action, which I found interesting. Usually those are considered bonus actions or free actions in most of my games. But not here. And then we need to go over here. Come on. I think she put out... I thought it was still there. I wasn't paying attention to what's up top. And the fact that it doesn't have an image, it's just leftover. And this one's over here. So I think I just had Lae'zel. Like, take care of this?
What now?
Or did I do my jumping? I think I may have jumped over here and pounded him from behind. This is where it gets cute. Come on. I go jumping over here thinking I'm going to end him, right? What are you doing? I needed to jump. It's like, well, I get 2 attacks, right? So I went ahead and attacked him at 50-50. And it's immune. And this is where I was like, wait a minute, what? How is it immune? And it was immune to my attacks because it was not considered superheated, even though it was standing in the lava. So I was really confused on the mechanics here as to why he was not superheated at this point.
This is my time.
So I had him try it. I'm like, maybe I just missed. And it says immune to force damage. And that's when I started realizing he's not superheated. And that got me really, really confused as to what's going on. So I think I just had Lae'zel, or I had him flourish here. And that was my biggest mistake, because I had him flourish there, and he's the prime target. So what's going to happen is Grym's going to come up here and he's going to hit Wyll, and he's going to also hit the lever. And she critically missed. So I was not having a good day.
Forever dauntless.
Let's finish this.
Blood comes easy these days.
Swift and lethal.
And I was just like, I'm going to get beaten up here.
Battle fades.
Wasn't anything I could do. That thing breathed fire. And then what he does is I missed him on. He does that, and then he stepped on the lever, and it killed me over here. It killed me. It killed me. It took out Wyll. It took out me. It was just hilarious. I was trying to get the spear to attack this thing, but it's like I can't go because it's here. So it's Shadowheart's turn, and I moved in there, and that's when I realized it doesn't actually exist anymore. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So then I had to took me a while to figure this out. That he's not in the list of enemies, so he's just a phantom thing. So I had to move over here and throw a healing word on me, I think. To have me stand up. So she got the monk to stand back up. But I couldn't really do anything. Then I thought about having her just shoot, but I'm like, she's here. So it's like, she took down Grym, and then I think she gets this thing too. And we took them all down. And I think I went and did not sure, but I did it.
Eager for battle.
Did I do a quick save here? Come on, guys. Yeah, I did a short rest. Short key for short rest. Now I go about looting. So it was a nightmare. Pretty amusing though that he was standing right on the lever. And so, when he takes out Wyll, then he steps on the lever and it goes and gets me because I'm standing under the hammer. It was kind of funny. I survived it, but it was kind of amusing. So, anyway, I couldn't figure out why that thing wasn't there. So I went over and saw if I could just loot it. It's like it let me loot it, so it was just a phantom image. The sprite didn't go into its death picture, it just stayed in flying mode. And I was like, well, I got its loot, so I don't really care that much. And then I wanted to have Lae'zel pick up the armor, because she had the stuff to reload it. She goes over here, grabs that armor. We get experience points for it, and then she has to click the lever to get the mold out. We take the mold. Then I believe I put in the splint. I think I go through a discussion of what I should, the other things I could get. And I think I finally settled on the scale mail to give to Lae'zel. And then basically I'm going to give the splint mail, which is the heavy stuff, to Lae'zel, and the scale mail I'm going to give to Karlach because Shadowheart has on the luminous armor. And that makes all three of them have really good armor. And unfortunately, the boys in the party are not people who wear armor. A thief, a warlock, and a wizard. It's like the wizard is no armor, and the thief and the warlock are light armor only. So, it's actually the ladies of the group are the beat sticks and wear the really good armor. So this is me deciding what I want to do. Again, it takes me a little bit, but I finally decide I think to get her the splint mail so that she has really good heavy armor on, and we don't have to worry about equipping her with anything else other than that heavy splint. And we just worry about giving her really good weapons, of which she has a couple choices. She has the Susur Sword and then this big hammer. I give her the Susur Sword because it's... And then Splint Mold is what I wanted to make next. Like I said, I go through a lot of discussions here about what I'm thinking and stuff, and it's like, you know, your shield's not bad. The weapons are okay, but, you know, they're not as good. They overcome resistances, but there's not that many things that are resistant to slashing and bludgeoning that you can't just take care of, especially once you get the Light of Lathander in the hands of, like, Shadowheart or somebody. It's like, yeah, you don't have to worry about that anymore. So I decided, I think, to go ahead and do the Splint Mail. And me still discussing whether I really want to do this or not, and how to do this. And I'm forgetting how to do it. It's like, no, you don't set it on top, dummy. You have to open it up. Then I'm standing on it, so it won't let me open it. And I clicked on it. It's like, just trying to remember how it works. And we put the Last Damnite in there. In my Gale playthrough, I did put added in a mod that gives you, when you defeat Grym, he drops a bunch of mithril so you can build more than just 2 things. Unbalances the game some because you can get like 2 sets of, I think I have 3 or 4 sets of the scale and 2 sets of the splint, and then like 1 of each weapon and a shield. Just because I wanted to see what they all did, so I built like 1 of everything, and then you had like 3 or 4 extras, so I built a bunch more armor for everybody. So it was that one is definitely unbalanced. I think I'm going to change it. It's the thing I stream on Fridays. I probably am going to be changing that one to Tactician so that the monsters at least have a chance against me. And then that should be everything.
I crave blood. Objective noted.
This is me going and getting that, and then I think we leave. Which we shouldn't do because there's actually... Let me get the mold out. I take it more for nostalgic reasons than anything else because there's no extra adamantine that you can find. Which I found to be rather interesting in that they only let you have 2 of the mithril ores to use. But I would have thought they would have had at least 1 or 2 hidden somewhere else along the way in the stories and everything. And then I was like trying to remember where the button is. It's like, I know there's a button that gets us out, but where is it? I could have sworn it was over here. And then when I finally find it, it's over by the lever, I think. That thing's still there, bothering me. And then I think I was like, takes me a little while for my eyes to find it. And it's like, there it is.
So that's progress.
So we all get on the thing. And I press the button. It takes the platform up. And this is where I get myself lost. Think I know where I'm going, but I really don't. And I end up like, no, not hide, jump. Then I go up here and I'm trying to find the amulet. And what I forget is that you actually have to go off to the side of the forge to find the amulet. And so I'm going in the wrong direction, to say the least.
Moving ahead.
Because I think it's up here that I have to go around the corner, and it's not. It's not up here that I need to go. It takes me a little while to catch on that I'm in the wrong place. I'm like, here, we go over here, right? Let me come down here. It's like, oh, I forgot to get this particular couple skeletons. So I loot them up. But then it takes me a second to get down here this way. So I come down this way and I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't look like where I'm supposed to go. This is the way you're supposed to get, jumping over to get one of the mithrils that I just had Lae'zel take a very long jump to. And I was like, wait a minute, where is it? And it's like, oh, I have to be over here. So I have to go back. And I realize I have to go back to the forge and jump. So I'm coming back. And that's what I'm doing. So you see me trundling along here. I'm talking about, not really paying attention, forgot that this is how this goes about. So now I have to go do this, and I'm going to try to grab it, but I'm going to also try to take on the lava monster, I think. I think I take on the lava monster with these guys. Just for the extra experience points. Not because you actually need to, but it doesn't give you the experience points for the monster if you bypass it. Because you haven't actually defeated it or anything. So then I go over here. Then we jump up over here. And this was where I was trying to get everybody lined up to take on the lava monster. It's going to come around the corner there. So I'm trying to check in on everybody having some cold arrows. I had two. I think everybody had two. So everybody had 2 shots with cold arrows. And I was like, well, we can try this. Because the other way you can do it is you can just have somebody like a monk or Lae'zel that can jump really far. And you can just jump over there when he's on the far side of the rock, grab the chest, and then jump all the way back in another turn, and you're done. You don't have to deal with the monster at all, which is how I did it the first time I was playing the game. But now I wanted to make sure I had a chance. Trying to get everybody healed up.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
There we go.
Indolence breeds madness.
So I got everybody up to full hit points because I couldn't remember about this monster. And what am I doing?
Can't afford to stay idle.
I was checking spells, I think. So I think what I did is I came back up here.
Lava. Better watch my footing around here.
It's a nature check that I succeeded at. Okay. Now this is where I was like, no, we need to go up here. And then it's very tricky to get to the edge. Because you don't want to go into the lava.
Indolence breeds madness.
This is me being stupid. And I'm like, no, no, don't go in the lava. Get out, get out, get out. And I just did it very badly. And then the ladies didn't make it. And I was like, oh, I'll just reload a save. And I realized I had not reloaded since I was going after Grym. And so I was like, oh my god. And I screwed up, and they both die. I can't get her out fast enough. I can't click on her fast enough to make her run and get out. She doesn't make it because that thing explodes on her.
All's well that ends.
So I'm like, okay, I've got to do it this way. So I use 2 revive scrolls. I click on Lae'zel. And then put her up here
You will not take me.
and tell her to get out of here. Yes, this was very stupid. This is a very stupid thing I did. I wasn't paying attention to where the little circle was. And so I ended up getting both of these ladies killed in the lava. Fortunately, I have plenty of Revivify scrolls, and so...
One day I'll catch a break.
Okay, so we got everybody in here. And then I can't remember if I had a short rest left or not. I had a short rest, so I said I'm going to use that. And then I go ahead and get the ladies healed up with potions. Same thing with Lae'zel. Except I have to do it the hard way in the interview in there. I said I'll use one of these. And then a couple of those.
What am I to do?
And so we're all back to full. And then I think I was a little bit more careful this time about lining up to hit the thing. I said, no, 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 I don't want to go there. I'm having a terrible time getting myself out on the corner.
No one's stopped me yet. Can't slow down.
Action, not reaction.
Now I quickly grabbed a hold of a Arrowville matter, waited till he got as close as I could, and went ahead and took the shot anyway. And I think it's got an Arrowville matter on it. Yes. So then it was like, okay, I've got the matter on it, hit him with the... So I took some shots. We're doing pretty good on getting some damage on him. We've got him down about a third already. I get out of the way.
I'm ready.
And I think I had her do something similar. Actually, I was looking at Lae'zel. Still had 1 shot left. So she went and threw an ice arrow out on him. Got some more damage on him and then got out of the way.
Can't give up.
Maybe I didn't have her get out of the way. I was like, no, no, I want to throw ice out there. And got some damage on him. And that's all she could do. And I'm like, I think I just had him run back from the edge.
Survival is all that matters.
I am fury. I am death.
And I had her back up a little bit so I could get Wyll kind of up into that spot to do his thing.
Keeping pace.
He technically wasn't in the battle, so I didn't realize it till just then. I was like, oh, that was dumb. And he's got a 90% chance of doing some damage and making it bounce. We've already got it down under half, so it just seemed like the thing to go ahead and just pop it for some damage. Or I could shoot it with ice arrows. I think I went for the ice arrows first, because I wanted it to get closer. And then said, okay, just back up a few feet. And then we're done.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
And then Lava Monster gets to move. He dashes up here. And he can do a create lava, I think. And it's like, okay, we have to get a Arrow of Ilmater on here. And I was like, I'm trying to figure out if I can actually hit him without walking in the lava.
I will ascend.
On the victor's path.
I think I had him.
To strike.
I think I had her go back here and shoot an arrow. Infamous arrows of Ilmater to keep him from. She got a critical hit on him, and the important part was to make sure he can't regenerate in case we don't take him all out. And then she just shot him for normal. Did a little bit.
Got to focus.
I think she could shoot an arrow down at him. She did a little bit of damage. He's down to 30, I think.
Another fight. Let's go.
Then I think I just shot him and critically missed because I'm terrible. It's like I didn't really have any good arrows to throw at him. And I punched him back with an arrow of thunder. Then I think I had Wyll use his, his Eldritch Blast to try and push him back again. Hit him, but we didn't push him back, and he still has like 15 hit points left or something.
Finding my way.
So we backed off and let him come forward.
Still on my feet.
Let's end this.
So she's as far back as she could go.
Where do I go from here?
He moves there, and he does create lava, whatever that does. I'm not sure. And then I think I can actually get myself down there to hit it with my melee, with my hands.
Cutting to the chest.
So I just decide to go hit it and see what happens. And I miss. And I hit it again. And I miss. I'm like, oh my god. Do I want to do this or do I want to try? I said, never mind, I'm going to try and hit him twice. And he still has one hit point left. I'm like, Lae'zel, help me. I just have her jump here. And then she goes, fool. And she basically allowed me to do a redirect attack, and I take him out that way. And we get some gems out of it. Then my monk's going to go a jumping. I think I get everybody up here first.
Flackets will be done.
Because I got to go on a jumping mission. But I don't want to
Time to rest.
do stuff out there on my own. So I go... Yeah, I swap in a guidance. I think Lae'zel has it. Right. So... swap the necklaces here.
Never
Well, I wanted this to get back with. So I went jumping over there, I think.
Need to find a way forward.
I was able to jump all the way out to there because I got that club of strength. And I was able to move up to the edge here. And then I jumped to here. And then run up here, and there's just this chest to grab. There's nothing else here. I checked the skeleton, but there's nothing in the skeleton. Bone. And then I looked around and I was like, I could have sworn there was something else here for you to loot, but I couldn't see it. I had to walk around and see if I'd get a perception check or something, but I didn't see it, so I was like, okay, screw it, we're just going to grab this. So I just took it with me. I said I didn't want to mess with it. And then I moved down here. I can't remember how far in I had to go. I was able to go up to there. I think I stepped into the lava and took a big hit because I wasn't paying attention. And I came over here. Then I swapped the necklace. I get myself the guidance necklace on, I think. So I swapped necklaces with Lae'zel. If I think about it long enough, hard enough. We swap necklaces so I have the guidance so that I can try to get the thing out. I'm not sure if I did it down here or if I did it upstairs. I think I did it down here. So I lockpick. Like, no, I don't have a key. So we lockpick. And throw in somebody's guidance. We made it through the lockpick. Was it 20? And there it is. Monk's manifestation.
It holds a subtle warmth, like it was left under the sun. Suddenly the metal surges with heat. You feel great power and an overwhelming urge to laugh.
Can thou endure?
Give in to the laughter. What's happening? What are you doing? Drop the amulet. Wisdom, fight the urge, and then monk wisdom. And I chose monk wisdom because I'm a monk. You don't get that very often. Basically, the monk gives you the advantage.
You observe the urge to laugh from afar, letting it fade with each breath.
Thou hast done well. For what is a laugh if not one step toward madness? Thou art the one! Return me, take me home, and thou shalt glow with blessings.
Then I think I asked him, "Are you a ghost? What happened to you?"
A ghost? I am sunlight on water, dew on grass. Sharons broke my body, but my spirit they could not. Well, not completely.
Yeah.
Thou shalt return me home. It is written.
That thing's tainted. Better to leave it than bear a dead man's grudges.
Investigation. Wasn't very good at investigation, but I hope that I get it right. It's like I missed it. Oh no! Did I use? I couldn't make up my mind,
Arcs are etched into the
but I let him go.
but you see no pattern.
If I'd had 4 inspiration, I would have used 1. Because anytime you miss like that and you have 4 inspiration, you might as well roll. use it up because otherwise all you get is experience if somebody gets an inspiration. You always want to have it. You don't ever want to have really more than 3.
Beneath the rampant joy you sense the monk's fear and sincerity. He doesn't wish to harm you, but that doesn't mean he won't.
Okay.
To thy granddaughter, Shira Clawen, serves Ilmata she does. She waits in Worm's Crossing. Take me there, and thou shalt bathe in her golden gifts.
Not true.
Thou shalt be
I've played this game before. It doesn't work like that. It's a very sad story, but I do like taking the.
I shall walk with thee. I shall grant you my power.
And now there's something about if you.
You feel a chuckle coming on, but it soon fades.
I can't remember if you have to make the saving throw every time you want to take it off. So you just take. I was like, wait a minute, just take it all. An arrow of beast slaying. Okay, now I can't remember what I was going to do here. So we did the Spirit of the Amulet. As far as I could tell, I really didn't have. It's like we've done all this stuff. It's me checking to make sure that we don't have anything hanging. I was just trying to get rid of exclamation points in the completed, so I wouldn't think that there was something I was supposed to do. There we go. And it's like, okay, we can make those things go away. Then I got a bunch of things to do. And all that's left here is to go get the Githyanki crush, which is what I had left to do. And I was an hour in out of, so I've got 2 hours to go, and I can't remember everything I do here. I don't think there was anything I had to do in here, inside the actual forge. So I think I went back to camp.
Every moment a new danger. I may have underestimated this Faerun.
You don't know the half of it. With a bit of luck.
Oh no, we went back to the Myconid. The Myconid colony because I wanted to do some trading. And I think I go trade with Bonecloak. Right? She's still down here. Yes. I just said, well, let's go run down by Bonecloak and we'll do some trading with her. Because I traded with Blurg the last time I came back, and I figured I should kind of spread the stuff out, see if she had anything that was really worthwhile grabbing. I can't remember what I did with her and her for trading. I know I ran back in here to make sure I hadn't missed anything. It's like, no, I don't. And I was like, wait a minute, there's a backpack. Did I miss the backpack? Doesn't say empty, so I went and I grabbed the backpack to see what was in there. And it was just like rotten food. And I talk about there really needs to be some kind of use for rotten food. You know, get 10 items or 20 items of rotten food and you can make a
What's up for discussion?
stink bomb or something.
We'll be clearing out soon enough. You come across a noble stock mushroom about, you give it here. Gods know I've earned it.
And I was like, just show me yours, I know. And then I started stacking up what I was going to get rid of. I figured I didn't need that anymore. Thought about giving her the hair tonic. I do want to try Lump's Warhorn, but I don't think it works anymore, which means I lost the chance to get the Headband of Intellect. And that's the Idol of Shar I gave her. Like, we don't need a regular dagger. She's got the ritual dagger. So it's like I had all these daggers. Thought about giving her the chain shirt +2 and thought, well, maybe I'll save it. I was like, I wanted the Hill Giant potion. I was just like looking around. There wasn't really a lot more that I really wanted. I don't think. I got the light crossbow +1 because I didn't have any ranged weapons that I could use. And then it was like, oh wait, I have a couple more short swords. And so I'm never going to use those things again because there's better rapiers and stuff for Wyll to use. Still kept thinking about if there was anything else I wanted to get rid of. Decided I didn't want that halberd anymore. Again, I can find better pole arms in the world than a +1 mirror gun. That one I kept because of the... I don't think there was... I think I got rid of that Warhammer. I think I got rid of Light Creation too, or did I save that for a minute? I think I got rid of the Staff of the Moon Maid. Because it really doesn't do anything for you. It's not like it even gives you a light spell or anything. So I don't know. Staff of the Moon Maiden is supposed to do something, but I don't know what it is. Corellian's Grace I kept because I can get a +2 saving throw. You know, if I drink a potion of elixir of Hill Giant Strength and then use that, I get a +2 to my saving throw while I'm running around. Still very strong. And I'm just getting rid of some other bits and pieces. I was looking around to see if there was anything that she had. Amulet of Restoration I thought about grabbing. Ring of Jumping. I just was like, I don't really need anything that she has other than possibly some ingredients and some dyes. I think I picked up some ingredients too. Not 100% sure. I know this takes me a little while to get through this. So I think I'm going to skip forward 30 seconds. If that's all right with you guys. And another 30 seconds because I'm still finding bits and pieces to throw into her thing. This is up to 406. I was getting 190 from her. I'm going to skip forward another 30 seconds. And then we're done. And out we go.
Might as well go myself.
Okay, I need to... I was thinking about where I needed to go. And I think I decided to go to Waukeen's Rest. And then I was going to take a long rest before I went and dealt with the Githyanki patrol. Now, did I go in? I think I went into Waukeen's Rest here. Or did I go to camp? I only so went to camp. I was like, I need to go to camp. So we need to rest. I think I had... There's this big pool of water there that I did to cool off Carlike to give her a kiss. Back at the last time that we could do such things, and I said, Shadowheart, don't you have this funny little spell for create destroy water? So I was like, well, what do I want to replace? And it wouldn't let me just do that, so I did that. And I go down here and I clean up the puddle, which is something I saw somebody else do. I didn't realize you could actually do this. But she comes down here.
Onward.
And then she does the destroy water. And it's all nice and dry again.
All right. What now?
And that's all I did there. And then I think I went around and I talked with people. Did I talk with everybody? I think I was checking inventory for people, see what everybody had. I was going to get Karlak into the really nice armor that I had for her. See, now she's an armor class 17. Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm going to sell this stuff. And then I just started to think about it. I was just going to sell the stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. I have other people that I'm going to get in the near future. So now I'm just cleaning up again. So we're going to jump ahead a couple sets of 30 seconds. This is me just kind of trying to straighten out my inventory. And now we're back here. And then I do some talking. I think I'd already talked to Karlak there. I talked to Lae'zel.
Speak.
And now there wasn't anything there. So I left that. I was just trying to see if there was like new bits for their conversation.
What can I do for you?
There was the how do you become a vampire exactly, but I wasn't really all that interested. I had to check on see if there was anything that Gale had to say. I don't think he did.
How can I help?
No. I was like, I don't think anybody has anything to say. Then I came. Did I come back? I think I went to hit end of the day and to see if anybody has exclamation points come up. And I didn't see any. I thought I'd talk to Karlak.
Hey, you.
Alright, so it's like, okay, we're fine. And then I needed to go to talk to Shadowheart. I think I hit all the ladies one more time here.
Shah's blessings upon you.
And I did talk about the fact that I changed the colors of their camp outfits, I think. You'll notice she's not in all goth black.
If there's even the slightest chance that Shah worshippers remain within our reach, we should try and find them.
And then she goes
Even if
through
they're
her.
all long gone, and that seems quite likely from what we know, who knows what they may have left behind for us to use? My people are nothing if not resourceful.
And then we go
As
through
long
this.
as
We've
I
heard
pray
this
to Lady
before,
Shall,
so I'm
I
going to
vote
skip
serve
this.
her as a dark just me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not.
And then I got to...
Dark justiciars are hated by many.
And then I get to ask again. I think I just said
Thank
thank
you. I had a feeling you'd be understanding.
Yeah. And I don't remember if I did anything here. I think I just left. Right? Yeah. So that's all, that's a conversation we've had before with her about I want to become a Dark Justiciar. We already knew that, but she tends to repeat that like 3 times at different points. And I can't remember. I think I just go to bed here. Yeah, because there was nothing to talk to anybody about. No exclamation points. So talk to Karlach, talk to Shadowheart. Okay. Do I go talk to Lae'zel, or do I talk to the puppies?
Hope you're keeping well.
Talk to the animals. Gotta pet my kids. So we pet the kids there. Come on. Then we keep going. Alright, so we're... And this is me talking about what I did with their color of their clothes, where I put them in different dyes, so that she's not in the goth black. She's sort of in a dark red and blue. And then I did the same thing for Lae'zel. I put her in the bright red pants. Although it doesn't color the bra, it does color the straps of the bra. I was rather interested that it didn't color the bra color. So that was interesting. And I was supposedly in a comfortably blue and red outfit, but I changed it into I don't remember what dye I used, but I really liked what came out when I used it, so I said I'll just leave it in this. And she gets back her shield. And then I think I jump out of here. I think I just go to bed. If I remember right. Come on. Yeah, go to bed. Why am I screwing around? I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about something. I don't know what it is.
Worth a try.
Oh, it's like, oh wait, that's Shadowheart trying to go to bed. She can't do that. I have to go to bed. And I don't remember if I was lazy. Yeah, I was lazy. Half the fun when you're playing by yourself and don't feel like you're under time pressure like I am in our stream or when I'm recording. A lot of times you sit there and try and come up with some creative food. I know one person just said, nope, we just do random on the food, and then we try to explain why we put those random ingredients together, which was an interesting way to build your meals. Now I think I have to do all my prep stuff. So it's like I have to run over and get Gale.
Bring us closer. How can I help?
Add you to join me.
Oh, nothing would give me greater pleasure. Which of our esteemed company am I stepping in for?
You got to step in for Wyll because he's the other magic user.
Back in the thick of things at last. Oh, how exciting.
They don't let me dye his hat either, which I found really annoying because I'd like to put him in a purple hat. And I was like, oh, I need to get rid of the destroy water and put back in my Put back in my spear buddy, right? Yes, put in my spear, my spiritual weapon before I forgot. And I do believe
Still breathing, despite everything. I venture forth.
And then Gale goes around and casts Longstrider on everybody, even those not going in the party. It's just everybody has Longstrider on for the day, so that if I have to swap in a character, I don't have to think about, did I, do they move at the same speed as everybody else? It gives everybody extra 10 feet of movement. And he just goes around and casts it on everybody because it's a ritual. And so he can do that. And he's got, unfortunately for Shadowheart, you actually have to move up to her. She's too far away for him to be able to cast the spell after moving a few steps. That's on Shadowheart. Then he walks down here and casts it on Karlach. And there's Karlach. Okay. Then he had to cast it on me. Except I had to get out of that funny little position. Then he's got to cast it on himself. Now everybody has Longstrider. I can't remember if I decided to bring him. I think I brought him, which had me going to have to go get Wyll and take all of his stuff. It was like, Wyll, you know all this stuff you've got? And this is me just equipping up the party. We're going to skip through a little bit here. I didn't do anything there. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute. I have to talk to Scratch because he has something. So I go talk to Scratch because he's got a bag for me.
He holds in his mouth.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me.
He brought me a potion of healing
I thought of you when I saw it.
because we used so many of them. Sounds nice of you, Scratch. And now we're about halfway through. So we're going to do the... We have to do the fight with the Githyanki patrol and the dragon and everything. And Kishrak Voss, I guess. In my Gale playthrough, everybody said don't ever let Lae'zel do the Zaithis in the crash, and I let her do it just so I could see what it was. And now I know why they say don't let her do that. Because she can't get the kind of saving throws that the PC can. I think I went around the corner here and looked in Waukeen's Rest because I was like, I couldn't believe that they were still on fire. Or did I? Right? It's like, she's still here. It's been how many days have I rested? How many long rests have I had? And they still are here and everything is still on fire. So there's for me, there was a bit of a problem. I take that. So for me, there was a bit of a problem on all of that they left it on fire. And so you just see me walking through here, not doing much of anything. So I'm just trying to move things forward, and I have a feeling I'm going to get interrupted here on my re-recording, which is going to be a problem. Yeah, I'm going to have a problem. All right. So I'm just looking around here. I'm going to skip forward out of this. I didn't really do anything here. So now we get back over here. We're now by the dragon, the patrol. And I tried to get sneaky, I think, if I remember right. I tried to sneak Gale across. Come on. Oh, jeez. What am I doing? Yeah, we're going down this way. And I was going to try to be sneaky. And avoid the cutscene, but it doesn't work out that way. Yeah, see, I try to be... I tried to sneak everybody up, but it just didn't work. I thought about putting Gale up here, up top, which is probably what I should have done. But I didn't. I went over here.
It shall be done.
And so we're just... He moves over here, and he gets to a point where he actually gets... triggers... He's within range, for some reason, of triggering the cutscene. Which annoys me no end.
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
So they're just taking away the Risen Road.
Wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Kithrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
A red dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A crash must be near.
And then Lae'zel immediately goes and runs into there. And we're like... So I had to come up with something cute. I think I said, and we'll just pat the dragon on the head, I suppose?
The dragons serve Githyanki. I'll see it does you no harm.
Yeah.
Follow me. We are close to the cure we seek.
And then she immediately goes running off, and I'm like, oh crap. And so I had to get everybody moved up here. I just moved everybody up into combat range. And then I just took me and put me out of hiding.
Time to press ahead.
Just moved myself forward to get into the cutscene.
Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Shh. Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
And then it's you let Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Kithrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Gake vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious.
Yep.
It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
Yeah, we know.
You feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid you would tune your mind to it.
You notice how I have a little bit of a tattoo there underneath my hair. I did that on purpose.
Take word to your creche. You are to join our search.
The idea was to have him kind of have his hair hanging down to cover that tattoo, as if it was like a gang tattoo or something from his youth. And we try to do this with persuasion, tell her to play along, but she doesn't do.
This duty, Kithrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste.
Lae'zel, child, your lies sting. Has Vlad demanded better?
See, it makes a secret deception die roll. I don't think I've ever made that die roll.
By protocol, you must aid me.
You were on the Nautiloid. Then you are a gay wearing Githyanki skin.
Yep, and it's getting loud behind me, so I'm probably going to have to cut this short.
Our queen's word binds me. Beretha, see that her skull is split and her corpse examined, on Vlaakith's command. I will take word to the undying queen. Our search continues.
A current of deception carries Voss's words. Wherever he flies, it is not to Vlaakith.
To Danos! To the sky!
Okay, he goes away, and then we have to do a big fight against the Githyanki. I have two people that are not in the fight, so I move Gale up to throw a fireball. So this is... It's like nobody can actually see him. I'm just trying to get him up as close as possible to throw the fireball. I'm trying to hit as many people as I can with it. I just didn't do real well. So I threw it back farther. Try and get to the back line. And then I had her still able to go. I just had her move up to like here. I don't remember what I did. Oh, she moved like right up to here and then went after this one in the back. I don't remember what I did. Thought about throwing a silence and then thought, nah, I think I just go and hit somebody. And I got her for like 6 points of damage. Okay. So then it was me to go. I went and tried to hit this one. She's ready to parry, so I don't get through much damage here, I don't think. Didn't think I needed to use the critical hit here, but I probably should have. Because of the parry thing. I think I was, because of the ready to parry, I was not doing the critical hits. I was like, I'm not going to get through. And then, there's a lot of ready to parry for some reason. So I decided to try and get rid of it. And I did manage to get some damage on her finally, so she's down about halfway.
Swift and lethal.
And then the tactical thing here to do would have been to go and take out the leader, but I went and tried to get some others. Took that one out. And missed. And I think I went ahead and tried to do the action surge. And I just couldn't hit worth a dang. It's like 3 out of 4 shots missed. And that was the day for Lae'zel. She's done that like 2 different fights now. That she was just having a terrible time. Okay, and that was everybody, I think.
Nothing important is ever easy.
I tried to have him go hide a bit. Okay. Misty stepped here to shoot the wizard. You don't like wizards. And then we go up to get the advantage. And this one whacked me. And knocked me down. Okay, so Gale was like, oh wow. The monk got totally beaten out of existence. That's why I said the smart thing would have actually been to
Swiftly now.
concentrate on her with Lae'zel, because she's far more dangerous than anybody else. But I upcast that to a 3rd level to just lay a whole bunch of missiles into her. She can't stop those.
Need to stay focused.
What was I doing with her here? Oh, she was looking for a scroll. It takes me a little while to figure this out. But yeah, I get a scroll of sleep because she had too many hit points. He had 15, but she had the... Those were the 2 that I needed to get taken down. And then I cast a heal on the monk to get him to stand up. And then I think I have her run up here to get in this guy's face. And I move her to the base of the ladder to keep them from being able to go up. By me going up there, then they can't come up here because I'm standing in the spot where they would have to go. And that's the general idea there.
How fools these mortals be.
Once again, I try to move away. It's looking for healing potion, but I don't have one. So I go over and grab Lae'zel's because I've taken so many hits. Magic pockets and all. And then he moves here to try and not die.
With ease.
And then I think we're at Lae'zel's
Swift and lethal.
turn. She should be able to like critically hit him. And takes him out. Take his stuff. And then go hit the big boss and critically hit them and take them out. Take all their stuff. Lae'zel's just like, I'm angry. I'm going to loot everything on the way to get this last Githyanki. She could, but she doesn't have any more attacks, so I decide not to do the Misty Step. I think she's got a Githyanki one, a necklace, and something else that gives her... Oh. Something else gives her Misty Step. She has like 3 Misty Steps, which is just, you know, for a fighter that can hit you up to 6 times in a round and have a Misty Step every other round, or every round for 3 rounds. That's a lot of damage that can be spread across the battlefield. I drink a potion because I can't do much of anything else, and move towards the ladder so I can go up and get him next turn. Come on, move along. Okay. Taking far too long to decide what I'm supposed to be doing. They move out here and they decide to shoot at Lae'zel. And then I go up and decide if I can just take them apart. I think I use up my key points here. And we take them out. And we take all their stuff.
Damn it all!
And we get a cutscene.
Kithrak demanded my head. I should have given him yours. Bah! This is a distraction. The Kithrak deserves the whole of my scorn. How dare he speak to Gale's name? How dare he dishonor her child?
And then I get into a conversation with her.
Do not be naive. I followed protocol. I've earned Vlaakith's favor. I will remove the parasite. I will see the Kithrak
There we
dead,
go.
and I will offer his
Okay.
head to Vlaakith herself. A crash
Yep.
is near, that much is certain. We follow the path forward and seek signs of Githyanki settlers. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Kithrak, will keep me from my purification.
Yeah, we will. Because I know what happens if you actually go in that machine now. And I ain't gonna let you do it. It's like I'm just checking for... It's like, did I get this? I think I did. Then I'm just going around and looting. Takes me a while to figure out that I'm in jump mode there. Let me just go around and make sure that I didn't miss anything.
Moving in.
It's funny how once the cutscene happens, the person's not here to talk to anymore. Would have been nice if they would have been just kind of sat there and watched, and then would have a conversation with you after the fact. Like, wow, that was impressive. Too bad the bridge is out. Still have to find another way across. Kind of thing. So we'll grab this. This is me just looting. I think I'm gonna skip over this a bit. Oh, we'll wait till you get through that chest. Okay. Yeah, if you go down here, there's a thing that you can go to over here. That you have to do some shenanigans to jump across here. If I remember right. Well, actually, I could jump. So I go ahead and jump it. And I cast guidance on myself. And then just head off into the sunset. And I'm going to miss a die roll here very soon, I think. I see the perception, which is a... That's a burrow hole that'll get you down to the goblin camp.
Way too big.
And then I go up here. And this is where I fail my survival roll here pretty soon. Survival failed, even with guidance on. So then I have to get somebody else to come and help me. So I think I send Shadowheart. And we had to, she can't jump it, so I'm looking for vaulting. So she's going to drink that to get across. I was trying to see if I had more than one. I only had the one. And then we get out of here. And she jumps. We only have a few turns, so it's like she's got to run up here, find the thing, and run back. And that's what we do. Come on. Okay, she finds it, and then I run back to try and get her to be able to jump across the bridge before her vaulting runs out. And it's like a very near run thing. I think I only have one turn left when I get to doing the jump. She gets across with one turn to spare.
What to do?
And then I go dig up the mount. Let the monk do the hard work. Shadowheart just finds it. Let the monk do the digging. Let me grab some stuff. I still have not found the cloak in Chapter 1. There's supposed to be a cloak in Chapter 1 somewhere that I can never find. I've seen it listed in a couple wikis, but I never seem to be able to find it. So, see, and that burrow hole would have taken you down here into the goblin camp. It's actually another way to get into the goblin camp. I think you actually get inside here with it. Like maybe down below the temple or something. I'm not sure exactly where it goes. It's one of those I want to find out where that goes things. And see if it's just like something you can like skip the whole goblin camp and just go straight to the Underdark or something like that. Yeah. Yes, the infamous Githyanki corpses. It's like we've already been to Kithrak Voss. I was a little confused on why the labels were there. I understood the search the corpses because I didn't read the letters that I picked up off them. I just took everything and ran. But then I'm going to run back here and jump, and then I think I try to look to read the.
Maybe I should. No, this is good.
So I went back to make sure that I didn't miss anything on the bodies. They all said they were empty, but there was a pouch over here, and I'm like, oh, maybe it's in the pouch that I'm supposed to pick something up. And it was like, no, just a couple gemstones. So it's like everything's empty. So then I started looking around for notes. It's like, no, this is the Zamtine. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing here. I guess I was looking for like whatever letter I was supposed to read to trigger the quest. Checking how much hit points I have or experience points I had. I don't think she picked it up. Uh-huh.
Could this be?
Magical energy courses through the slate, then to Lae'zel. A mystical map glows before Lae'zel, revealing a Githyanki refuge beyond the mountain pass.
Yeah, it was kind of a neat.
It also reveals the Githyanki's purpose. They are combing the Sword Coast in search of a polyhedric relic of great importance to their queen.
Yeah.
Did not lie. I will soon reach a Githyanki creche. I must hurry forth. Purification is at hand.
This was me just double checking her armor. So she's. And then it was like, we have 2 short rests, so I did a short rest to get us back all our hit points, except for me. So I had to go drink another short, small potion. And then we're kind of set to go to the next step. And I believe here is where I'm going to go into the mountain pass. Because we have to go find a certain old man. After we deal with a certain pack of undead. Right? We're going to show me running around with my hat on. That doesn't show me with my hat on. There we go. Hat's part of my armor, so I have to turn on the armor too. So we're approaching into the new chapter, and this is what we do. To go in, it'll tell us you're sure you have everything done here, which we have. It's so annoying. Go on, get through. And we're waiting for it to load. I'm skipping through the load. There we are. Now we're in the mountain pass, so we check out the boxes and stuff. We're going to skip through this first part here. There. That's what I wanted to get to. So we got into some experience points. We can try to go different places. I forgot that I needed to put mage armor on him. Which explains why he probably got hit so easily. And then he's going to get back one of his 3rd level spells, so he has a 3rd level spell slot. And so on and so forth. We're ready to go. Come on, where's my... I'm screwing around here. It's like, no, I didn't want him to do it. I'm the potion guy. And then as I come up here, we get into a conversation with Lae'zel. This is kind of important.
These markings. Tirsu's script scratched in the ground. As I expected. A creche must be nested in the temple below. We must go there at once.
And And here I think I picked 2. Come on.
You don't have to trust them, only to trust me. I have not failed you yet, and I have no intentions of it now. I don't need you to believe me for it to be true.
Okay. Lead us there in my own time. We need to stay close if we're to survive.
Very well. But promise me we will return before our chance is lost, else I make my way there alone.
Yeah, you don't want to say I can't promise anything. You say I
Lead on,
promise.
then.
Because that actually will get you some stuff going here. See, and then the line is here. I finally gotten the point that I needed. Is it me or have you been looking at me differently? That's going to get me into the romance with Lae'zel, which is what I was looking for. Unfortunately, I'm also in a romance with Karlach. And when it comes down to those 2 girls fighting over me, Karlach wins. I think the rage beats out her Battlemaster. All right, now we move up here. We got the waypoint, which was the important part. And then I think I grabbed some stuff, and then we're going to get into a fight here real quick. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, I take a look out here. It's like, yeah, real pretty, but I really have to go up here to find the old man. The only way I can find the old man is I have to go up and around and through and terrible, horrible things. So I have to go fight. And that's what I decide to go do. So I move up here. We sneak up as best we can. Trying to get the... So he can just barely see me there. And then he brings me into the initiative. So it's me against everything. So, knowing that, we have the wizard throwing a fireball up here someplace. I really wanted him to get it up on the ghouls. I don't know if I get it that far. It was telling me that it was target too far. I think I changed my battle plan. I think I went with with that. Cloud of daggers, just to get this guy started. It really didn't do anything because I put it in the wrong place. Thought I was hitting it on a guy, and I put it on the signpost. So talk about being incompetent. I was very incompetent in this combat to start with. I was like, what the heck? You see me laughing there, how stupid I am. I said, okay, never mind. We're just going to go do this the hard way. And so we're just working our way through this. It does let me, because I didn't actually hit anybody. I was actually able to drop the spell again because I hadn't actually been added into initiative. So now I got him hit there. I was trying to get to those things there. I didn't have enough movement. So I don't remember what I did here. I think I had her jump ahead of me. She's going to get in the cloud of daggers, but I really don't care. He has lots of extra hit points. So I figured I had to do... and the reason why I'm using those, even though they don't help very much, as far as other effects, they do give me an extra D8 of damage. So that's why I'm using those things. Use them up to... And then I miss, of course. That's been Lae'zel's MO. She misses way more than she should in this particular session. So she did her thing. So we managed to just barely get through his, what do you call it? His extra hit points that he had.
Battle of wits.
Gale couldn't do much of anything, so it was up to me, and it's like I could get up here and start hitting on him, so I figured that brave the cloud of daggers and hit him. I didn't place it quite the way I should have.
No time for mercy.
He should have been on the edge of it. And I critically missed, of course. So I try to go and hit him with these two hits. And I think I decided I wanted to get at least one critical hit in before I died. And then tried to hit him with a stun. And he was stunned, so he couldn't do anything.
Victory awaits.
I had both of us step out of the cloud of daggers. And then
Important is ever easy.
I could get...
Allow me to demonstrate.
He moved up, but then I could still get Shadowheart in this. So I needed to bring up, because now there's not a line of sight, so she could actually get closer to things. And I'm having a terrible time. Now she's in the initiative order, and I go ahead and do this, which is what she's good at. And then she's just going to run up past these people. I think I have her jump, right? Yeah, have her jump past me, did some damage to him, and then I go up and do some damage to these guys. Right? Come on, move.
Have to keep going.
I did some damage and was blinding and stuff like that. And that's what she was doing. And then this thing misses. This thing dashes down to get within range. And then all these things grouped up for me. And then Spirit Guardians blew up a few. Did a lot of damage to some. And then I think I have Gale drop a fireball on top of all of them. Right? Like center it right on Shadowheart because she'll save from it. Just say here, go. Just do it. So she's gonna do that. Here we go. That gets rid of a lot of my problems. Still have one of these left that I have to get rid of. But Shadowheart's fine.
Keep fighting.
And she missed. And then she brings out a buddy. He's gonna go last, but he's there. And then she doesn't really have anything except to move around a bit. So I figured I'd let her move out. And then she moves back in. Which gets into the Spirit Guardians again. they all saved on those. So they don't have any hit points left, but there they are. Then I have to go here, and I was getting ready to attack again and said, wait a minute, Gale, turn this thing off. Because it's not doing us any good. We need to get rid of this guy. So she tries to hit him. He's got 3 left, so she's got to hit him again. She gets rid of him. And then she just moves up here to be close, because she can't really do anything other than this. Okay. And then I let this thing hit me because I needed... I can do the redirect attack, which does some damage to it, but I really need to get rid of this thing because it can bring back its undead enemies, or whatever you want to call them. I was like, no, I got to get rid of this guy. So he goes down, because he's allowed to bring up the dead on the ghouls. They can actually resurrect them, so to speak. I critically missed, but at least I'm got him engaged with 2 hit points. And they all get an attack. Swings at her, misses. She misses. He's going to swing at me and hit. And I'm paralyzed, but he dies from the Spirit Guardians. And then I just have him, I think I have him just like magic missile it or something, don't I? Oh no, I can't help him. Okay, yeah, I think I just magic missile here. It's like I have people that can take care of this last one. It's the only one I have left, and I'm not. I just have him throw magic missiles on it. Boom! And we're dead. And I'm paralyzed only for like a turn or 2. Then I'm done with it, and now I'm going to loot. So nothing really interesting happens here with the looting. So I'm going to skip through some of the looting here. Okay, we're near the end of the looting. And now we're going to head off to find us. Okay, I'm rearranging the weight. And now we're going to go find a certain old man. And I walk right into traps because perception failed all over the place. So a little too late, I remember to throw on my... So yeah, it's been one of those days where I'm missing several die rolls at a time. I get through that. And there's like nothing in here. A hammer. You get all blown up for a hammer. And it's not even a hammer that you can use in combat. It's just a hammer. And then you come down here. And when you get down... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to get a certain old man. I am going to find me someone to trade with. Lady Esther, I think. Yeah, there she is. Alright, so we're actually going to go get Lady Esther here. And so we're going to go and talk to her. Maybe, if I ever get around to it. Taking my good sweet time. Trying to remember what I'm supposed to do. I got my guidance on, I go talk to her.
A friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear. You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive?
Looks like a temple? Sure. Lady, I'm busy. What do you want? Monk. It's a Lathandrian monastery, a site of pilgrimage. How is it wretched? That would be a typical monk thing, and I'm pretty sure I picked it.
Oh, I mean no offense to the Morning Lord. I simply prefer when his monasteries aren't overrun with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki.
Brutish and rude by your wretched standards. But stupid. Chocky.
Your charming companion would call it a creche. But it was built on what remained after the Githyanki slaughtered all of the monks. I'd call it a murderous training camp.
Acutely observed on both counts.
Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their
It's very
monks.
interesting to watch
And how
Lae'zel
am I?
and this lady interact.
And run off like some transient.
I wonder what it'd be like if you had Lae'zel as the Tav.
What? No, of course not. I was merely... Well... Look, it's just an egg. The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition.
Please, do enlighten me. What is this tradition?
The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. I'm sure your friend would agree. A Githyanki is as likely to forsake its violent nature as a gnome is to fly.
I think I go with one here.
You've been sipping from the same goblet as the Society. Perhaps you'd be willing to help then, to prove your point. They may have chased me away, but surely the Gith would welcome a person with such sympathetic views to their creche. And once inside, you could simply purloin an egg.
Steal one of Gith's own. I will slit your throat for even suggesting it.
I'm not talking to you.
Somehow I think Lady Esther could kick Lae'zel's ass.
Bring me an egg.
I think I just want to trade.
I should hope so. When adventure calls, I am always thoroughly prepared. Take a look.
And then here, I'm just going to skip through the trading. You guys don't need to see all that. It's like I picked the stuff that I wanted from her, and then I just started dumping stuff.
Now, I believe you have places to be.
Okay. Now we are in... There's like 33 minutes left, and I was looking like... I wanted to equip that armor because it changes my... Takes my... I think it takes my dexterity up to 18 right now. Because I took alert. I think that's where I'm at. Yeah, dexterity 18, strength 19. And then at the next level, if I want, I can go to dexterity 20 and raise it up even higher. But that's not where I'm going initially. Okay. And then I did some shenanigans here with inventory, so I'm going to skip that, and we're back out here. And we're going to go travel off to get to... I think we go find a certain old man. So we're going to skip some of the map walking here. Yeah, let's skip this. It's like once I figured out where I had to go on the map. And then down here. I think from here is where I'm going to run into Elminster. I think this is where I find it. So I run down here to a plaque. There's balsam I want to pick up. It's like, I want to get this. I want to read this. I wanna. So I get kind of flummoxed here on which to do first.
Put my hands on everything.
Walk in the way of dawn, for Lathander cannot protect you.
And then
as
there's a
light
thing to
doth
dig
not
up,
reach.
which we do to get whatever's here. So it's like a scroll and some stuff. And then there was balsam over here I was trying to find. Yes, I want the balsam. And then we go down here. And we're going to meet an old man we probably don't want to meet.
Kithrak takes great interest in this relic of yours, Shadowheart. Or should I say, weapon? What are you hiding?
And then here we go.
Just out of view.
Nothing. I assume your kin are just as misguided as you are.
That was me putting myself in the wrong. You saw that thing flash out there. That was actually in the recording that I picked up the wrong thing. So I try to go get the blue jay, then I get, whoa there.
Wanderer. Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man.
So I'll shut up while he talks.
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too.
We're getting near the end of the video.
Expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
Hit the country road, old man. I'm not interested in the junk you sell or the junk you tell. Many miles, you say. Where do you hail from? I think that's what I picked. I was talking about the different choices you had there. But I'm going to go there.
Originally, Shadowdale. Lately, the fanciest inns of Waterdeep. Meet Elminster Ormar, a good friend of mine, but rather more significantly, he's the most famed and respected wizard in the realms.
Am I, indeed? Most famed and respected errand boy, more like. I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
But why? Out with it, Elminster. Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name, drank naught, but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it?
And being the pragmatist that I am, I picked number 2.
And a great kindness that would be. See, Gale, even in these barren parts, the art of hospitality begets inspired new works. If only one keeps up the practice.
Oh, for the love of...
This way, then? To your camp. Oh, don't dawdle now, lad. You're the one who's in such a frightful hurry.
Oh, nigh on 13 centuries old and he still thinks with his stomach. I'd best follow and see if he's more disposed to speak plainly once it's stopped its grumbling.
Yeah, I'm curious as you.
Nice choice. Better to indulge your curiosity than Elminster's appetite.
So we get switched back to camp. And now we'll have Elminster's little thingamahoogie.
Doesn't do to parlay on an empty stomach, you know. Makes
Yeah, there we go.
words frivolous when they should be grave. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savoured so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster.
Right.
That's how I feel about Gale sometimes.
is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mystra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
There is an actual divine messenger? I think that's what I picked.
Oh, Mistra's delicate feet are ill-suited for the hardships of the road.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider forgiveness.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mystra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
Can't remember if I picked 3 or 1. Oh no, was it 2?
They choose the instruments of their will with great precision. Sometimes the single drops we think we are do not realize what waves we are building up to be. Do not discount yourself, and by the same token, do not discount your enemy. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying.
This is a...
It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mistra's belief that only you can.
Okay. And then I say Gale alone, so.
The orb.
Precisely. Mystra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help. Or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
He is not. But it seems that Mystra is.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mistra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice.
Yep, there we
that will
go.
undo the Absolute, and for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mistra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece.
And then he's got to do his little charm. This is a very big... it's a lot of good lore drop that's involved here, which is why I usually let people hear it coming from his words rather than just reading it on the screen. Because there's a whole lot of shenanigans, like why can't the gods help, and Mystra and the kind of goddess that she is of magic and that kind of stuff. So it's really good lore drop there that can give you gives you a good deeper feeling of Faerun and the mythos surrounding it and how stuff works. And that's why I really like that particular section. Just like I really like the song by Alfira too, but that's another statement.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond
Yep, there we go.
width of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself.
And
Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of Wyll. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
and now this is that's Elminster giving you the idea to about Gale that he doesn't have to go blow himself up. He actually could go do something else. So I run up here, I get the mugwort, and I'm going to go talk to Gale. I've only got a few minutes left on this here. I steal the ball. Then I have to talk to Gale.
Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days. The Doddering Act is merely an illusion, one he's most adept at maintaining. Elminster is the most formidable wizard in the realms, perhaps in existence. For Mistra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left. Of course, we offer the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. Then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
Oh, did I ask the first one? I think I did.
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have, and only I can wield it. Possibly the most spectacular one ever conceived. But essentially, yes, I'm living on borrowed time in more ways than one. Perhaps this is how it must be. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
I'm never really sure which one to do here. I know if I was female and romancing, I probably would pick 2, right?
Then I suppose there is nothing more to be done but find the heart of the Absolute and stop its beating.
Until we find out that it has a crown on it. Now, I can't remember if I talk to everybody here or if I... Exactly what I do. I think I go talk to everybody because they all have something to say about Gale's blowing up. I think I could do a short rest.
Better than nothing.
Or do I go do the... This is where I'm going to go do the Lae'zel thing. And get the romance started with her, finally. Near the end of Chapter 1. Because I didn't do it right at the beginning.
Elminster. Even the Githyanki have heard tell of the Sage of Shadowdale. Some of his works have been translated to Tirsu. That doesn't mean his every word carries wisdom, however. Near as I can tell, Mystra demands Gale's faith, but holds no faith in him.
Correct.
Why else would she demand Gale sacrifice himself, and perhaps so many others? Does she not think he can destroy the Absolute with his own immense talents? Does she not know the mighty company that he keeps? Demanding Vlaakith may be, but she acts for the good of the Githyanki people. Mystra is concerned only for herself. Bah. Perhaps he'd find forgiveness in a fiery death. But I can't help but wonder why he'd want it at all.
It's a neat take, like... And you click on this, and this gets us started. So here we go.
I have a confession. I was too hasty to judge.
Zel's going to tell you how much she likes you in her own bizarre way.
I'm impressively bland.
I thought you were cruel, stubborn, and judgmental.
All that is true. I am cold as the sea of night. But you have stoked fires I didn't know I possessed. I swear, you would tear the horns off one dragon for plunging into another. You've gained my respect, and more still, my yearning. When I come near, your odor alone is enough to make my neck sweat and my hairs stand on end.
Hold on, are you coming on to me? I'd go with one.
If you must know,
Being the street kid.
requires everything of her children. I can't count how many bruises I've inflicted. Can't measure how much blood I've drawn in the undying queen's name. I know only blood red and death black. My mind is silver, and my body steel. I am what I must be. Say what I must be. To survive every beast I face and every wound I bear. Bah, enough talk. I will be plain. I want to taste you. Perhaps tonight, perhaps later. But I want it all the same. Do you?
One of these days I'm going to try two. Sure thing. I've been waiting, wanting a hot Githyanki girlfriend.
Yes. Perhaps one night soon, I will come to your bunk and take what is mine. Until that night comes, I shall keep enjoying your scent.
Okay. And that sets us up for the nighttime thing. And then I go and I talk to Lae'zel because I think she has something to say about Gale blowing himself up.
I can't believe Mystra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that. Seems like a waste of a fine mind.
Then I go to... Do I check on that or do I just say I skip it? I think I skipped it. And I need to go talk to Karlach. I don't know if I talked to Esther.
Oh, was that Gale's granddad?
That's so much fun. Was that his granddad?
It doesn't ring a bell. But all right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope.
I don't think so.
Whoa, now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mystra? I mean, this is a lot to take in.
Yeah, we know.
What's he going to do?
I think he's of several minds.
Tell him to pick the right one. Better yet, I'll do it. Fucking wizards, man.
They always need help picking the simple, obvious option.
Oh, Mama Kay, I do
If
love
Mister
you.
can't think of a little way to stop the absolute and sacrificing Gale, she's no god worth worshipping. I'll say that to Gale in, you know, gentle terms.
Okay. I think I talk to everybody and then I go to bed and we have our little scene with
Mistress demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute.
Yeah.
It's just a waste of a perfectly good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose.
I love that. It's a pretty good cult. And I didn't want to get into the vampire thing. I do that. I'll do that in another video. And then we're going to run up here and talk to Wyll, and then I think we're going to go to bed. And we get to do the romance scene with Lae'zel.
A shame my first brush with the famed Elminster couldn't be a tad more optimistic. Listen, I might invoke the Triad from time to time, appeal to Helm, but I'm no man of faith. Not like Gale. I don't know what drives a man to consider his own death, among countless others, to be an appropriate exchange for his goddess's forgiveness. To me, it all sounds like nonsense. The faith that matters most is that which you hold in yourself, in the ones that most matter to you.
Yeah.
Big Bomb be damned. Gale's got everything he needs to defeat the Absolute already. Talent, nerve, and powerful allies at his side. I hope he'll come to see that.
Okay. So basically, Lae'zel and Wyll are like, hey, he's powerful enough with all of us to do anything. Shadowheart's like, what is wrong with that goddess? You're wasting resources, which is very Char-like. And Karlach is kind of like, dude, what's going on? And then Astarion is like, I want stuff.
Hey, soldier,
Poor Shadowheart, or poor Karlach here.
I'm not feeling so good.
Yeah, I know.
My engine.
We'll get there soon enough.
It's getting worse.
We've got to get through the Githyanki.
Burst out of my chest. We need to catch up with Damon. See if he's thought of a way to fix this thing.
Yes.
If it can be fixed.
Temporarily. We can get it fixed. We'll find
We will.
Oh.
But, in case we don't, a bit of advice.
She says this to everybody, by the way.
The left flank wide open. If I'm ever not around to cover it, you may find yourself on the wrong side of a goblin spear one of these days.
Okay. Then I said, well, let's go do the romance scene with Lae'zel. That's what I was deciding. I was looking around to make sure I didn't have anybody else to talk to. And I think I just go to bed. Yeah, I said, let's do the romance scene and we'll close it out here. So this is what I'm doing. I gotta click on the... Through the guidance on me, I didn't know if it mattered or not. Because I think by the time you go through this, it turns everything.
Come to sate you
There she is.
and be sated. I lead, you follow. So you think. Let's see if you're right.
Can't control. Shows us this little scene. Then we go to cutscene. This is rather interesting.
Let's train relentlessly. We know our bodies inside and out.
This gets a little racy. I definitely have the the nudity thing off, so you see there's little magic coverings to certain parts of the anatomy. And I figured I'd try this. Doesn't let me use any guidance, so I just have to make a die roll. And it failed, and I'm like, no, I've got 4. I'll try it again. And I failed even worse. I'm like, I really want to see what happens if I win this. So I've decided to use another inspiration. And I made it the third time there. And the reason why I did that was I really don't. He's kind of don't like bullies. So. She rolls you over, and then you roll her over, and her hand goes out there, and you reach out and grab it, pull it back.
You awake in pain. Your back, your hands, even your tongue ache.
It's time to rise. Dawn is upon us.
And I go, yes, of course, we will leave it first line.
Every breath, every blink proves exhausting. A long day awaits you.
And then it just brings you up here. And I thought it might give you, like, you know, an exhausted or something, a minus. So first thing I did was check, and I'm like, I didn't lose anything. So there was no minus to that thing. It's just narrative. It would have been funnier if you would be like a -1, like if Astarion feeds on you, you're a -1 on everything. Would have been funny if that would have been the same thing with her. And we talked to her to see if she said anything. And it looked like nobody had anything to say. And I think this is where I went ahead and just sort of did my closing spiel. So I'll do that here. I do stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Wednesday is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It was a fan picked by a poll. So if you subscribe, please hit the notify bell. And please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 500 before the end of the year. If you hit the notify bell after subscribing, you'll get notified when those polls come up, and you can help me decide what's going to come up next on the channel. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is on Wednesday. It's almost completed. Maybe 1 or 2 more sessions, and then we'll be done with that, so I'll have to get something else for Wednesday afternoons. Friday used to be used to be Baldur's Gate 3, but it was we were trying to do multiplayer computer roleplay games. Started off with Baldur's Gate 3 with my youngest Ace helping me out, and our schedules just went bluey, and it just wasn't working, so we decided to stop that, at least for now. And then they decided they helped me decide on what to fill it in with, which was another Baldur's Gate 3, but they wanted me to do Origin character, and then they told me to play Gale. And so I went and I've been playing Gale. We left a mod in there on that one that lets me take more than 4 people in the party because I can take all 6 Origin characters. And so that's what I do. And then here, this is my Saturday one. This was a fan pick to play a monk with Drunken Master subclass. So that came from a fan poll. And then Sunday is doing the Librarian, which is me attempting to get to the Jack of all trades achievement. And so which means I'm going to be level 1 everything. There's 12 classes. I'll have 12 level 1s. I'm trying to figure out the right order right now as I'm playing. I put up a poll to say, I want to do this. Does anybody want to see this like in episodic form where I just show you, bits and pieces as I'm going along? You don't have to watch me do trades and things like that. And or do you want me to stream it? And everybody said the vote came back and said stream. So I'm streaming that on Sundays. So those are my stream times. There's also episodic content coming out for various other games. So subscribe to the channel and you'll see all that coming. If you're watching this after the fact, please hit the like button and leave a comment because that gets it out in front of more people on YouTube. And this one will be titled with me saying dubbing over mistake or something from the specific episode in the stream. And I may make the silent stream go private before too long. So anyway, this is basically the stream. I've just ran through the recording of it and tried to dub over some of what I was doing and where I was going with various things. Okay. So we're done. And I'm Dren608. Until we meet again, stay safe and bye-bye.